Today I'm going to show you how to make a very fast pizza dough. This is a double batch of my no-fail pizza dough, and it's enough to make 4 pizzas at 14 inches in diameter. I'm going to start off with 6 cups of all-purpose flour right into our KitchenAid mixing bowl. To that I'm going to add in 6 teaspoons of granulated sugar. That's equal to 2 tablespoons. 1 teaspoon of salt. And then 1 teaspoon of quick rising yeast right in there. Just before we add in our final ingredients, I just want to give this a little stir. I just want to get everything mixed up well here. And that's good. To that I'm going to add in my oil. I am using vegetable oil, but you can use olive oil or canola oil if you wish. I'm going to bring my KitchenAid mixer over. I'm going to set up my bowl. I'll be back in 1 second. Get on the dough hook. Lock that into place. That's good. I'm going to grab my water. This water is at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pour that in there and get my mixer going on speed number 2. I'm going to lift my bowl into place, and here we go. I just want to get this all mixed up until it starts forming a dough ball. So this is about 3 minutes later. I'm just going to lift up the security cage. I've just moved my mixer over so that you can see the dough ball. It has just started to form that dough ball, and at this point now I'm going to let my mixer go speed number 2 for a full 6 minutes. So I'm going to put my timer on, 6 minutes, I'll come back, and then I'm going to show you our really nice dough. So my timer just went off, and that's a full 6 minutes. So I'll shut off my KitchenAid mixer. I'm going to drop my bowl, lift up the security cage. This is a brand new KitchenAid commercial mixer, by the way. I'm just going to remove the dough. Get this out and I'll show you how nice this is. I want to just show you what that looks like inside. So you just get it all into a ball and pop it out, and there we have it. Since we're so far away, I'm just going to zoom in on our pizza dough. So hopefully the camera is picking up how nice this dough is. Can you see how pliable? Really nice dough. I like to just mix it around a little bit. And then once I've got this big ball here, I'm going to just by eye break this down into my 4 doughs. Now, if you want to make smaller pizzas, you can make 5 or 6. Really depends on what you want. I'm going to break these down. And then I'll use my kitchen scale to make all of the pizza dough balls of equal size. So we're at 365. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm just slowly equaling out all of these dough balls. 373, 372. Close enough. There we have it. So now I've got 4 equal sized dough balls. Just quickly take all those little pieces that you cut off and put back in, just get them all right to the middle. Just make yourself a nice little snowball shape. So push, bring in the edges, and then we're going to let these sit and rest. So what I like to do is I like to have all of these sit on the counter for about an hour and a half in oiled containers. And then they go into the fridge overnight, and then I'll use 1 or 2 or 3 of them the next day. And what that does, it gives the dough balls time to really get a lot of flavor. So that slow ferment, what it does is it just gets all kinds of flavor into the dough balls. If you let these sit in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, you actually get a really nice sourdough kind of taste to your pizza. Really amazing. So I'm going to do this with all 4 pizza dough balls, but I'll show you what I do just with one. I'll take a container like this. I'm using a Rubbermaid take-along. It's a large one. I'll grab a little bit of vegetable spray, and I just want to spray the inside of the container. Once it's sprayed, I just take that dough ball and just place it in there, and now I'm going to spray the top as well. This keeps the dough ball nice and moist and allows it to expand and grow without drying out. And that's very, very important. I'll grab a lid and pop that on there. And that's it. So I'm going to do the same thing with these dough balls, and I'll come back in 1 second. So I finished off those 2, and I'll get this one on, and now they are all ready to go. So I'm going to put these into the fridge later on, but I want to let them sit here on my counter at room temperature for a good 90 minutes. This is going to allow the yeast to really start growing and activating, and then our dough balls are going to start getting larger in size. And from time to time, you'll actually see your lids pop off. You'll be doing something, and all of a sudden the lid will go pop, and you'll go, "What's that?" And then you realize that it's your dough. So all you need to do is just take your hand and just push the dough back down, and then put the lid on, and then you can just pop those into the fridge for the next day. So if you want to use your pizza dough the same night that you made it, you're just going to leave it like this, like you saw me do. You're going to oil it down to keep the dough moist, and then you can use it an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later. It doesn't really matter. The important thing to do, grease your pizza pan, take your dough ball, place the dough ball in the middle of your pizza pan, and then just start pressing it out. You don't want to start playing with the dough too much. You just want to get it into the middle of your pizza pan and then spread it out, and it's ready to go. These here, 14-inch pizzas. If you want them a little thinner, you could go 16 inches in diameter. I'm not going to show you a finished product in this video. I have dozens of pizza videos already on the internet, so you could check out one of those. I guess I'll put a link down in the description box if you want to see one of these doughs being used in another video where I show actually making the pizza right to the end, you know, with pictures, etc. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. That's it, and I'll see you next time. And please subscribe to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel, and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video.